Welcome back to G-Man-P, the Great TV. If you tuned in, hit that like, share, and subscribe. If not, we ain't doing no tripping. Now, what we talking about today is it's a video I happened to see on YouTube. It was these government officials. Matter of fact, it was in Louisiana. These Republican government officials, they was caught on tape recorder talking about how they want to start killing black people and how the mafia is ran by Louisiana and they're trying to take out black people. You understand? These is government officials we talking about. And they were just one of the people was just saying how back in the day, if this was back in the day, they would take them around back and beat them and hang them from a tree. Well, I'm sorry to tell you, this ain't back in the day. This ain't the 80s. This ain't the 70s. This ain't the 60s. This the 2000s. A lot of people they ain't going. That's the whole point why I don't vote, because you got criminals that's inside the Justice Department, inside these cities, that's running the government and trying to act like they good people, but deep down inside of them they're the devils. That's why I don't do no voting, because it's all fraud, all of it. And it ain't just the white people's racism. There was another little city, I forget what state this was in, and it wasn't Louisiana, it was Oklahoma. My fault, it wasn't Louisiana, it was in Oklahoma. Yeah, that was in Oklahoma, it wasn't Louisiana. But it was another one where it was a black officials, and they got little group texts, but they're talking racist. So it's like on both sides, it's black and white. It ain't just white people that's racist, it's black people that's racist too. You understand? And then they're given these positions and power to rule over the communities, and they're not good people. You understand? That's why I don't vote. You understand? Because it's good and bad in every culture, and especially black and white from past generations that their ancestors was racist. You understand? So I don't really. That's the whole point why I don't vote, because it's a scam. You understand? It's racism with white people that's in power, and it's racism with black people in power, and we're all one community. You understand? And these different people, like these different races, that be black people in one city, they're racist, and they're using their power as a weapon to think they're taking over. You're not taking over anything, black nor white. You're not taking over nothing. For you to think, oh, I'm a government official, I get in power, and I got power over these people, and I can just think that I can just talk to them any old kind of way and treat them any old kind of way. You understand? I bet if more people watched them and there was a camera on them, how they watch community people, if they was watched double the time that they watch other people in the community, I bet none of them would even want that job or position or that power. Really, every state and every city needs to be investigated by internal affairs. You understand? Because it's people that's in power that, you understand, they're abusing their powers, because they have these positions thinking that they can get away with murder. You understand? And they're not going to have to be accountable. You understand, for their consequences, for the actions that they took. They think that nobody can stop them and they can't be stopped. You understand? That's why I don't do no voting, because it's all fraud. You understand? It's cheats and frauds. They can rig the election. So what's the point of voting? You understand? And both of the people, whoever in the community that's trying to get voting in, they're only being fake to get a vote. Once they get in, all that fakeness, now you know who the real them is. You understand? People will be fake, just, oh yeah, go and vote for me, da 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 da, or whatever. But the whole time they're being fake just to get a vote. As soon as they get up in there and they feel that once they got this position and ain't nobody can move them or take it from them, that's when you figure out who the real them is. But I happened to see that on a video yesterday on YouTube. Like, that's crazy how they can sit and they're caught on tape recorder talking about killing black people, but they still have their position. They still have a job. Like, America's in trouble. And until they let their citizens and the people of America think for themselves, we're in a whole world of trouble. Because you got a lot of racist people that's why I didn't understand why people wanted to rush in and be part of the government, a mayor or city council. It's because they got evil objectives. They're gonna play it cool to get inside the position. But once they get inside that position, that's who you know, that's when you find out who they really is. You understand? That's why ain't nothing going right. That's why it's all these killings. Because they're not trying to, you know what I mean? They're not trying to solve the problem. And then I was watching something about all the Walmarts in Chicago's closing down. Well, if you would spend the money that you get from working instead of stealing, you wouldn't have to worry about Walmart closing out of Chicago. That's good that they're closing all the stores out of Chicago. Maybe it'll teach y'all to quit stealing. You understand? You work for what you get. If you don't work for it, you don't get it. And then there's people out there, a person will have more respect if you going in the store knowing that you ain't got no bread, knowing that you ain't got no food to feed your family. Be real. Tell people like, man, I'm bad and I need some food. My family ain't ate. If they don't give you food, I'm sure that they'll put you in the right direction where your family won't be starving. You understand? Have you heard of a pantry? They give out free food for people that don't got it. You understand? If there's a will, there's a way. So for all them people that be in Chicago, I watched that little video too about how all the communities crying, but y'all wasn't crying when the little Ray and Keisha go up inside that store and be stealing and got money inside their pocket. You understand? And some of them don't. You understand? But still, you over here trying to get mad at Walmart. You should be mad at the community for whoever's raising these kids, for not whooping their ass, for not going inside this store, taking something without you paying for it. You understand? Don't get mad at Walmart, because Walmart's it ain't no company in the business for taking losses. Who wants to keep taking losses? Ain't nobody in the business. Ain't nobody start a business just to take losses. No. I side with Walmart. I don't blame Walmart. If I was the owner of Walmart, I'd take all my stores out of there too and tell y'all to figure it out yourself. Since y'all like stealing and killing. Yeah, since y'all like stealing and killing. Yeah, I'd have did the same thing. I'd have took all them stores out of Chicago and tell y'all to find your own food. Because y'all don't respect nothing. Y'all don't respect human life. Y'all don't respect nothing. That's why that city's in shambles. Y'all don't respect nobody or nothing. Only thing y'all respecting is bragging about somebody killing somebody. That's the only thing y'all respect. So I don't feel bad for nobody in Chicago that you understand they took the Walmarts out. Well, stop stealing and you won't have to worry about Walmart taking their stores up out y'all's community. Why don't y'all talk about all them people that's looting and stealing instead of getting mad at Walmart? Walmart ain't no company in the business to start a company to take losses. Ain't nobody in no business. Nobody gets in the business to take losses. So I don't blame Walmart. You understand? You stealing, that's just like the little Walmart around the corner. Every time I go in there, they was talking about how the police be sitting in the cut. They be thinking that the police in there, and they're sitting in the cut waiting for you to come in there. They be stealing out of this Walmart too. But the thing with Walmart here and there, they going to jail. You feel me? There'll be people stealing with their kids right there. The children's services taking your kids and you going to jail. So next time, before you steal something, think about what you're doing, especially if you got little ones. The only thing you're doing is putting yourself and your little ones in a worse predicament. You understand? When you could have went and got a job and got the money, but some people be having the money and just don't want to spend their money and just be stealing. So I don't feel bad for nobody. Whatever you commit, that's what you get. You can't think that you're gonna get something and you're doing negative. You're not gonna get nothing positive out of doing something negative. You understand? But that's one thing I wanted to touch on is about the voting is fraud because they got racism in the government. That's why all these people was racing to get in the government because they know it's power and they think that they're using their power as a weapon. You understand? And that's the only thing I wanted to come up here and talk about. Everybody that was tuned in to G-Man P, the Great TV, I appreciate it. To all my new subscribers, I appreciate y'all too. And for the ones that ain't tuned in, we ain't doing no tripping. Peace.